Beautiful. All right. So, do you think it's moral to use sentient beings without their consent?
No, but I do have a question.
Sure.
So I'm gonna bring animals into this situation. Uh, Dolphins,
Mm-hmm.
pretty smart. Probably one of like the smartest mammals on this planet. And the
Okay.
things that they do to other animals morally. Have you seen the things
Does,
that dolphins have done to other animals?
but does that morally justify your actions?
No, but
Okay.
I'm saying to an animal that is almost as equal to being as smart as us. You know,
Okay. Well, they're
like yeah,
moral
they can't build
patients.
anything and they're just swimming around and whatnot. But
So, animals are moral patients. Dolphins might have some idea of morality, but they don't understand morality
um,
like we do. So we're
uh,
moral agents. So, we understand what's right and wrong, and
yeah,
we can
there are
decide.
dolphins that have fallen in love with humans. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
I'm not denying that. I'm not
they
denying that. They're
understand
very
what love
intelligent.
is. They
But that
understand,
doesn't
what
mean that
food
they're
is.
moral. That
Go
doesn't
ahead.
mean that they're moral agents.
Yeah, my 3-year-old nephew hit me the other week, and we scolded him and told him you can't do that, but I absolutely did not hit him back just because he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
understandable, but that's also like a parental thing, you know. I
I mean, I'm not
Exactly.
his
like my
parent,
mother.
but
My
yeah.
mother was very. That's a whole different situation. If I
No,
hit,
no,
that
no.
means
That's the
I'm getting
same.
hit back.
So moral patients are people that can understand moral constructs. Moral agents are the ones that can understand moral constructs. Moral patients are like children. Children are moral patients. They have some idea of morality, but they don't understand morality fully. So moral patients, that means that we see them as vulnerable to moral agents, and we see it as immoral with an I, to exploit them, to use them just because we can dominate them.
That's understandable, but what?
Okay.
How exactly can we tell whether the dolphin has the capacity or not?
It doesn't matter what animals do in the wild. You are a moral agent and can weigh out what's right and wrong. Just because someone else is doing something that you may consider immoral does not give you the moral justification to do that action.
Understandable, but also
Okay,
like
so why are you talking about dolphins? How does that relate to you?
exactly. Well, I love dolphins, but
That's good. But I'm
like
asking you, why is
dolphins
it
are like
why
I
is
said.
it moral? Why is it moral for you to use animals? I don't care
Well,
about why
because
do dolphins.
we closely relate to animals. Like
Yeah, we
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 talk
do
about
closely
war, we
relate,
talk
but we're
about
moral
feelings, we
agents.
talk about love. We all coexist with each other. Just because us as humans don't eat each other doesn't mean we don't have our own little circle of life. Yeah, we don't eat each other, but either we die naturally or somebody else kills us on the street or
So
we get
why is
ran
it
over by a
okay?
truck or but
Why
it's
is
a
it
circle of
moral
life.
in your
No, look,
eyes to
I'm
use
not
animals?
I'm not saying it's moral. I'm just saying
Well, that's
that
what we're talking about. So if it's immoral, why do it?
it's human nature, it's animal nature. It's
But so is every other atrocity we've gone through. Like we had human slavery, women didn't have rights, LGBTQ plus people didn't have rights. We now see those people and go, they're individuals experiencing the world. There's no reason to force our purpose on them. It's immoral, just like it's immoral for me to force my purpose on you.
understandable.
Yeah. So
I
I guess
suppose.
then what is stopping you from living vegan right now? Like what is it that you don't want to stop? Like why is it? Why don't you want to stop using animals?
Well, look, I understand. I heard earlier about your whole religious situation. I'm in the cusp of being in a gray area, but I believe that
It doesn't matter. You can
we're
be
all.
vegan and religious. You don't need to be
I,
atheist if you don't want to be. It doesn't matter. Your
no,
religious
that's
status has nothing to do with your choices of using animals.
no. I understand that. I'm just saying from my point of view. From my point of view,
Why are you bringing it up
and
then?
Because I was just trying to make my point. That's all.
What's your point?
My belief. I'm what we were talking
What's your
about.
belief?
Let's just bring up the whole religious thing.
Can you get to it? You're just
I'm
talking
trying,
about.
but you're stopping me.
We're not talking about religion here.
I'm I'm
We're
saying
asking you a simple
that
question.
animals were put on this earth. We were all put on this earth. We were put on this earth. Animals were put on this earth. We were put on this earth to consume the animals. That's why I brought
Do you-
religion. In
Who said
religion,
that?
Can I
carry
be-
belief.
Who said that? Have you ever like researched your religion and where it came from and where it started? It's really
Oh.
simple. You can Google it.
Ma'am, like I said, I'm in a little bit of a gray area when it comes to religion, because
What does this have to do with your use of animals?
Yeah.
we were just taught. She asked me a question about researching religion, so I was answering said question.
Well, you're bringing up religion as to animals were put here for us to consume, and then you're bringing up religion. But if you read the Bible, it doesn't say that. I mean, we are not supposed to be eating animals. If you're
So
truly
us
religious.
having dominion over the animals, what does that exactly mean then?
Stewards. Just like you are with children. You don't exploit them, you just take care of them.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be a little bit more specific?
It says
Well-
to be good stewards, and in your book, if we're all talking about the Judeo-Christian religion, the Bible, chapter 1 is Garden of Eden. God says, go name everything and live in harmony. Nobody dies, nobody uses each other. The Garden of Eden was vegan, and it wasn't until sin entered the world that survival mode started, and God said, use whatever to survive. But before that, he said, eat the fruits and the vegetables. He said, this is your food.
That's why I said I'm
So
in a
if
gray
God's
area.
1.0,
That's why I was like, I
if
don't-
God's, hold on, Gloomy, if God's 1.0 plan, his original perfect plan was vegan, shouldn't you be trying to live as close to God's original plan as possible, despite the existence of sin, to show that you're a responsible, godly individual?
I never said anything about being truly godly or trying.
Then
to
why are
be
you
it.
using God as your permission to use sentient beings as slaves?
I'm not trying to use God. I was trying to say that I
Gloomy,
don't really believe
why are
in-
you using animals? They're sentient beings. Why? You can use something else. Why?
I don't know. I'm
Why is it wrong for me to use you without your consent?
It's up in the air.
It's simple.
All right, I'm just gonna go. Just
I
let
can
me-
answer it for you. You can go if you like. The reason why it's immoral for me to use you without your consent is because you're a sentient being. You're experiencing the world, and it would be wrong for me to force my purpose on you because you have your own purpose. You are doing whatever you want to do, right? And for me to force that on you is wrong. Would you agree?
I was in the military for like 4 years, and
You have.
talk
You're
about
not.
moral
You're not.
and
No. You're not a
enforcing
slave in the
things.
military. You
Yes,
can
I
still
am.
leave.
Yes.
You
No,
have
no, no,
options.
No, I
Gloomy,
don't.
you signed up for the military, and I don't really care to hear you make yourself into a victim. Military's not perfect. I'm sure you were exploited, but animals literally have their throats slit. They literally have their autonomy violated. They're penetrated and forced to be pregnant without their consent. They don't do that to you in the military. You sign up, you receive money, and then you go. Yes, it is a sacrifice of your life. That's huge. That's a big deal, but you're not exploited like the animals. And I don't appreciate you comparing yourself, saying that you have it just as bad as them. And even if we go with your example of being exploited in the military, not moral, right? It's still immoral that they exploit you, so we agree. So why is it that if someone exploits you, you think it's okay to exploit someone else?